story deals with the recent sexual assault controversies that have become prominent in colleges across the country.
UC Berkeley houses over 1,300 students on campus, and many would agree that it is a safe environment. However, in light of recent reports involving rape allegations, the campus has taken measures to make their students feel more safe.
Sophia Koyama is here to give us the full breakdown on this nationwide issue.
Thank you, Macy and Anita. As of 2014, 1 in every 5 students is sexually assaulted while in college. Even though the issue of sexual assault while on college campuses is not new, students have only recently begun to share their stories. Both big universities and small colleges are adopting new ways to deal with harassment on their campus. With nationwide awareness comes nationwide attempts to find solutions. In 2014, 2 students at North Carolina State University created a nail polish that could reveal date rape drugs. Called Undercover Colors, this nail polish changes color when dipped into drinks spiked with certain substances, such as Xanax, Rohypnol, and GHB. Though this innovation is driven by good intentions, critics argue it perpetuates the rape culture already prominent in our society, and that instead of teaching women how not to get raped, we should refocus our attention on teaching men not to rape. Many universities are beginning to take initiative. The universities of California are among the many that will begin to take part in implementing an extensive in-person training course for sexual assault. Up until now, UC Berkeley has only required an online training course. Today, I am here on Berkeley's campus where I had the chance to sit down with one of their students and learn more about the current measures that are being taken.
So after you get admitted, there's 2 programs that you have to complete before getting a full offer, I guess. And the 2 are alcohol EDU, which teaches you about the dangers of drinking and then how to party safely at Berkeley. And the second one is called Haven, which is a program dedicated to increase sexual awareness. It give you a bunch of different scenarios and then ask you what should you do, or what would be the best course of action here. The goal of it was just to help you recognize signs of sexual assault, so you can be 1, try to avoid it, and 2, try to intervene if you do see it happening.
UC Berkeley has already demonstrated their support for ending sexual harassment on campus. The It's On Us campaign, adopted from the national campaign of the same name, highlights the ability of bystanders to help those dealing with sexual violence. Berkeley's Tang Center offers health resources, counseling sessions, and educational videos for any student. And on a smaller scale, Berkeley's Unit 1 Residential Hall conducted its very own Dialogue Now campaign, a series of workshops that address topics such as consent, sexual violence, and rape culture, and featured over 100 residents showcasing their own personal statements. UC Berkeley is a prime example of colleges adopting ways to combat this widespread issue. By actively raising awareness and implementing new classes, they are increasing the safety of both their students and their campus. Back to you, Macy and Anita.
Next, we're exploring the diverse culture of Berkeley, California. The city has a small population but a big reputation, a bustling hub of life and excitement for all of its residents. Some even call this college town the Republic of Berkeley.
A modern city full of changing cuisines, booming business, and thriving art, Berkeley is truly a unique melting pot. Dean Solikis has more details on the establishments found in the area.
Thanks, Anita and Macy. Here at Berkeley, there are a variety of local shops and restaurants, and I had the opportunity to talk to 2 of these small businesses, including Crepes A Go-Go. Crepes A Go-Go is a local restaurant that sells sweet and savory crepes. I sat down with Guillermo Maroto and Ivan Alonso to hear their story.
I get here for more opportunity, and I come I'm from Costa Rica, so I come over here in 1997.
We like Berkeley, we like work here, and we like people.
Crepes A Go-Go is surrounded by big chain restaurants like Chipotle, Jamba Juice, and Yogurtland. I asked Guillermo and Ivan how this affected their business.
They affect them in so many ways because they are a big company. We are small business, and so everything we do over here, we come from scratch. Plus, they have they can do anything. I mean, you know how a big company, they have more power than the small ones.
I also interviewed Cherry Bogue about her take on Berkeley culture and how Mars, a local thrift store, is able to compete with big stores like American Apparel.
So the overall atmosphere at Berkeley is, it's just this weird mix of like still being in the 60s, and then it's just like this youth from the campus. You're kind of surrounded by hippies, and you're kind of just surrounded by students that think they're gonna change the world, which is like amazing. As far as competition or customer intake from between the two of us, or the three, I think American Apparel, a lot of people just shop here and there. American Apparel like gives people like basics for outfits, and our stuff is a lot broader, so you kind of can build off of like a basic pair of jeans or blouse or dress and like add a lot of stuff to it.
As you can see, Berkeley has a wide range of dining and shopping options. Back to you, Anita and Macy.
Thank you, Dean, for that inside look. Now let's go to Jake Franz to hear more about the local street vendors.
Thanks, Anita and Macy. I'm here on Telegraph Avenue, a street that's extremely popular among local vendors. Today, I had the opportunity of interviewing Evan Linden, who specializes in melding both bracelets and rings. Having been here for 17 years, Evan had a lot to say about Berkeley as a city and how he played a role in its culture.
We do believe in our freedoms and our liberty and our right to do what we feel and be who we like here in Berkeley, and Telegraph is like the epitome of what that represents. I was a substitute teacher, and making my jewelry while I was substitute teaching, and the kids said, oh, you should go to Telegraph and sell your wares out there. And when I came out here, the funny thing is I got a ticket because I didn't have a license to be out here, and the only way to fix the ticket was to actually get a license, which I did, and that's how it all got started. The heart of Berkeley is represented by the street artists day in and day out.
Evan is just one voice of the many local vendors, an important part of the Berkeley community. Back to you.
Thanks, Jake, for that great insight. Next, we have Priyanka Rao, who will shed some light on Berkeley's art culture.
Thanks, Anita and Macy. I'm standing on Durant Avenue, which has a ton of street performers and street artists. I had the opportunity to interview a guy who calls himself Dirty Hippie with a Bear Hat. He told us all about his story, and he even played a song for us, so beat it! Walking through the streets of Berkeley, you will soon notice the prominent presence of street art and performers.
My friend asked a guitar store. We were trying to go play the drums, but they were just moving their equipment. And we helped them move and got a guitar, so I had to learn it there. I'm just like a starving artist, I guess. Man, it's pretty tight here. The cops aren't terrible.
Good.
They're not like perfect. Yeah, the bums are pretty friendly. And that's who I hang out with. They're cool. Man, yeah, the chicks are all hot, but like I feel like people are slightly more sociable in San Fran.
After we interviewed him, we asked if he could play us a song, and he decided to play Beat It by Michael Jackson.
But you wanna be bad, beat it, beat it. No one wants to beat it, showing how funky and strong is your fight. It doesn't matter who's wrong or right, just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it.
Dirty Hippie with a Bear Hat represents the liberal and cultured town that is Berkeley. His free-spiritedness and good humor invigorates all who listen to him. Clearly, Berkeley has a high level of not only intelligence but also talent.
International, chaotic, and hopeful.
Berkeley was looking for the promised land.
Yeah.
Awesome place.
Love it, sometimes hate it, but always appreciate it. So love, hate, appreciate.
We hope you've enjoyed this little taste of Berkeley. The food, shopping, and art scenes are only a fraction of what makes this place so special.
That's right, Anita. It's really all about the residents and how they make this area their own. And needless to say, the people of Berkeley truly love their little city.
Our next story focuses on one of the biggest environmental issues in the past decade.
With California facing one of the most severe droughts in history, UC Berkeley's usually lush landscape is noticeably lacking in color.
Ashley Wong gives us the full report on this concerning matter.
Thank you, Macy and Anita. Here we are on Berkeley's main campus in front of the University Library. As we all know, California has been in a drought for the past 10 years, and we looked into how UC Berkeley is doing their part to conserve water. Signs like these can be found all over campus promoting different methods of water conservation that students can follow. On the main academic campus, greenery maintenance involving water has decreased by 20% in the last year. Sal Janito, the head of Facility Services, speaks about the importance of Berkeley taking part in the conservation efforts.
The university has a lot of influence based on its reputation, and because of that, it tends to get a lot of attention, and people seem to follow or tend to follow the people that are leading. And this university leads the way in a lot of things, and so if they're leading by a great example, part of their public service mission is to get others to do the same.
Besides the university, the community surrounding the campus is also doing their part to prevent wasting water. Here we are at the site of the NSLC Professor's Rental Home. The homeowners have requested that anybody staying in the house conserve water as much as possible. Angela Panalia, an American University professor working with NSLC, tells us more.
The homeowners left a long list of rules for us and ways to save water, one of which was to save our shower water, to use that to water the outside plants. It's also not to flush the toilet, as you know, the saying goes, if it's yellow, keep it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. Well, we should not be flushing if it's yellow, though we have not necessarily adhered to that rule. We haven't used the shower water to flush our toilets, but we have been really good about using it to water the plants. And for the most part, all the professors were really, we kind of laughed about it at first. We're really into it. We're trying to do our part.
Berkeley's efforts to conserve water are evident throughout the campus. However, California is still in a drought, so it is important to remember to stay conscientious of our water use.
Thank you, Ashley, for that informative report. Now we'd like to take a short break to show an important announcement from our sponsors.
If you jaywalk across, it's your loss. The streets are a dangerous place. Use a crosswalk.
What a great message. Who knew AJ could run that fast? Up next, we have a report on technology's effect on our daily lives. This is a common belief that technology is distracting and worsens our communication skills.
However, Caleb Plater has the scoop on how technology, if used properly, can actually improve our lives.
Hi, I'm Caleb Plater. Currently, technology is a fundamental part of society. Today, I talk to students and adults on the UC Berkeley campus, examining the influence that technology has on the world and their lives.
My life would be very different without technology. There's definitely a dependence on technology, especially with the younger generations. A lot of people always say like you're losing personal connections with people because of technology, and I don't necessarily believe that. I believe that it's the same personal connection but in a different form.
Technology can be used in positive ways, such as communicating with others, creating innovative designs, and even working as a student at UC Berkeley.
Since I have access to the internet, I'm able to access so much more information than I would be without technology.
So I've been away from my family this whole summer, and because of technology I've been able to FaceTime them, call and text and keep in touch. I think that the overuse of technology and not being aware of what it's doing and its effects can be really harmful. Because once you're accustomed to using a certain technology, taking a step back can really be a transition.
When I was younger, I guess my vision of technology in the future was what I saw on television. The Jetsons was one of my favorite cartoons, so I imagined a time when we would be in cars, but we would be flying around, and maybe Star Trek was another big influence for me. So we would be teleporting, our atoms would be rearranged, and we would dissolve in one place and wake up in another space. And that isn't quite here yet, but I imagine that's where the future's going. Technology is really improved the way that we are living our lives. Like anything else, technology has disadvantages. I think it all comes down to intent. There could be a technology that's really beneficial, but if the intent of one individual is to use it to harm others, there's that potential. We have to recognize that.
As you can see, technology is leading us in many different directions, but only time will tell to see where it goes. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kayla, for that insightful report. Our next story deals with a tragic accident that occurred recently in the city of Berkeley.
Ali Pengali is on the scene of the fatal incident that took the lives of 6 young students only a few months ago.
Hi, it's Ali Pengali reporting to you outside the building where a balcony tragically fell on June 16th. At 2020 Kitteridge Street, a complex near the UC Berkeley campus, a 4th-story balcony holding 13 people crashed to the ground at 12:40 a.m. 6 were killed and 7 were injured.
We're all sort of awestruck by the incredible tragedy that occurred last evening.
5 of the 6 deceased were Irish students working in Berkeley for the summer, and the 6th was Irish American.
On behalf of the government and people of Ireland, I want to express to you the deep gratitude that we have to the city of Berkeley.
There has been a large response from both the communities of Berkeley and Ireland. I got the chance to speak with Professor Scott Tallon, who was in Ireland at the time of the incident.
And it's going to be different coverage. So there it's going to be interviewing the families, way more details on the people, where they went to school, who knew them. In Berkeley is going to be also about this company that built this apartment and the balcony, and where else did they build, and are those safe?
The 6 victims were Ashley Donahoe, Olivia Burke, Emir Walsh, Ogun Culligan, Nikolai Schuster, and Lorcan Miller. They were all in their early 20s. While details are not yet clear, dry rot in the balcony seems to be the cause for the fall. Questions have been raised about the safety of other balconies in Berkeley.
This incident didn't really make me feel remarkably more unsafe, but it made me question the safety of balconies, especially with lots of people and in a social setting like they were.
After some investigation, we discovered that most balconies at Berkeley don't have safety limit signs posted.
But here's something that was sort of quasi, it's sort of off campus, but students stay there, and again, you expect things that are built to not fall apart like that.
Hopefully this tragic incident will inspire Berkeley to improve their security checks. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Ali, for your coverage on that incredibly moving story. Our hearts go out to those affected by this accident.
The campus of UC Berkeley is home to many summer programs during the warmer months of June through September.
These educational programs focus on different fields ranging from communications to biotechnology. The young students who attend these conferences come from diverse backgrounds and age groups.
Kenyetta Johnson has the full story on summer life in Berkeley.
Life on Unit 1 of Berkeley's resident halls have been exciting thus far, especially for the guys in Deutsch, NSLC's journalism, film, and media arts crew. From workshops with Mike Walsh to the not-so-awesome bathrooms.
Life on Berkeley is actually really fun. We just kind of hang out here in the courtyard and just meet new friends and people, and it's like a really cool meeting ground. It's just really, really friendly.
Mike Walsh, he literally described everybody's personality so perfectly, the different personality types. So
it helped me understand myself.
Yeah, and it definitely helped me learn my weaknesses and strengths, what I need to work on, and it's definitely going to help me become a better leader.
My only complaint is the showers. They're not exactly soothing. It's kind of like a prison shower, but you can look past that because Berkeley's got a lot of perks.
But the guys at Deutsch aren't the only ones having all the fun with NSLC this summer at Berkeley.
At this current time on this campus, on the Berkeley campus, we have 4 different programs going on right now. We have communications, biotechnology, engineering, and healthcare and medicine.
And while it may seem that NSLC is running all of Unit 1, we're also sharing with Awesome Math, Nike's Cal Man and Women's Crew Camp, and Ardmore, a language camp as well.
We have kids from all over the world. Right now we have China, Japan, Italy, Hong Kong, and Turkey.
So it's safe to say that Berkeley is working hard to show our future leaders the way with open arms.
I think that this is a great opportunity for high school students, especially at this age. They get to have a little taste of what they might be interested in doing for the rest of their lives before they go to college. So I think it's a great opportunity for them.
Hey Kenyatta, what are you doing?
Nothing, just
Can I be a TV star?
Nope. There it is.
They look good?
Thank you, Kenyatta, for that exclusive look.
We've had some great stories today.
Most definitely. Remember to check back tomorrow for the latest news in Berkeley.
And like us on Facebook. Thanks for watching the Golden 510, where the sun always shines.